The story of the world's fastest racing pigeon line has a secret. It's a secret not found in auction reports or high-gloss articles, but hidden deep within the DNA of the modern sprint champion. Every time a global superstar like Kittel or Greipel took flight, they carried the unseen blueprint of one man, Jos Cools. This is the story of the Belgian maestro who proved that quality beats volume. And the devastating price he paid when the global chase for his bloodline turned dark. The price of speed is constant vigilance. Jos Cools operates out of Grobbendonk, Belgium, in a tiny corner of the racing world known as the Tienbond Union. If pigeon racing is a war, this is the battlefield. It's where 400 dedicated fanatics compete, and Jos himself says there are at least 20 sharp fanciers who are winning every single weekend. It's a ruthless, high-pressure competitive matrix, and Jos Cools loves it. His entire philosophy is distilled into one brutal sentence: the tougher the competition, the tougher the selection. He doesn't race hundreds of birds to overwhelm the results. He races a limited team, forcing instant elimination of anything that isn't genetically flawless. He is the ultimate minimalist master, confirmed as the 2015 national champion with a team so small, he knows his birds intimately. This small-scale dominance created an intense demand for his birds. But before the global scandal, his dynasty was built on one specific, perfect genetic handshake. He called them Miel and Octavia. This wasn't just a breeding pair, it was a perfect synthesis of the strongest speed genes in Belgium. The cock, Miel, was a grandson of the legendary DiCaprio, linking directly back to the celebrated bloodlines of Leo Heermans and Dirk Van Dijk's Cannibal. But the real magic lay in the hen, Octavia. She was a successful racer herself before being moved to the breeding loft, and her dam was a daughter of Dirk Van Den Bulck's Olympiade 4000. Think about that, the future superstar line of Van Den Bulck had already traded genes with Cools. When Miel and Octavia mated, they produced Super Lady and Cher Me, who both became national ace pigeons. Cools had engineered a genetic lockbox, combining all the necessary elements for explosive speed and navigation. It was a legacy so potent, it eventually became a target. It happened over the New Year holiday in early 2017. In a horrifying, targeted strike, thieves broke into the Grobbendonk loft. This was no random smash and grab. These criminals were highly informed. They didn't just steal expensive birds, they stole Jos Cools' best breeders. The loss was devastating, stripping the loft of its genetic core and forcing the veteran fancier to drastically lower his ambitions for the upcoming season. When your engine room is eliminated, most racing dynasties collapse, taking years to recover. But things were about to take a dark turn. This disaster revealed his ultimate failsafe, the secret of his ruthless selection. The theft forced Jos Cools to execute a radical plan to save his dynasty. With the breeding boxes now empty, he had no choice but to retire his highest-performing racers immediately and move them into the breeding loft. This was the moment his philosophy proved its worth. His birds weren't just fast athletes, they were genetically prepotent champions, tested and refined in the relentless Tienbond races. The racers had the genetic depth to instantly become effective breeders. Even with the massive disruption, the loft still ended the 2017 season on a positive note, maintaining his champion status. The depth of quality was so profound that a bird like Primus, who was instrumental in the recovery, went on to claim a first Quievrain against 464 pigeons in a later season. It was a proof of concept under fire. Yet, his biggest secret wasn't in his own loft, it was hidden in the blood of his greatest rival. The world knows the legend of Dirk Van Den Bulck. They know Kittel. They know Greipel. But the true, stunning secret is this: the foundation of the Van Den Bulck dynasty is 50% Jos Cools. Yes, you heard that right. The very DNA that created the world's most famous sprint pigeons originated in the small loft of Grobbendonk. The crucial pairing for Van Den Bulck was the Blauw Leo X de Jos Cools hen. That hen, de Jos Cools hen, was a direct, unseen import from Jos Cools. She is the mother of legends. This pairing produced a cluster of superstars including Kittel, Greipel, and the prolific stock cock Olympiade 4000. Furthermore, analysis shows that the other two major stock lines that defined Van Den Bulck's loft, Goat Road and Brewer Goat Road, are also confirmed grandchildren of a direct Jos Cools pigeon. Cools' bloodline is not a side note, it is the foundational sprint enhancer of the entire global movement. This confirms the remarkable prepotency of the Cools DNA, it works with any elite genetic profile. With his name finally established in the hidden pages of history, one modern legend carries his flag. Today, the flag bearer is Remco. Named after the rising Belgian cycling star Remco Evenepoel, this cock represents the new guard of the Cools line. His palmares is pure speed, third national ace pigeon sprint youngsters KBDB, first ace pigeon Grobbendonk, and multiple dominant wins at Quievrain. Naturally, due to his overwhelming class, Remco has been retired and is now confirmed as a top breeder instrumental in the loft's future. But Cools isn't just focused on his own team. As the local club chairman, he fights fiercely against any proposal to switch to zonal releases for sprint races. He argues that localized releases would favor fanciers who basket thousands of birds, destroying the advantage of his few, highly intelligent birds who are forced to reorientate and find the right direction in the current interprovincial system. He is protecting his bloodline's reputation, ensuring that every winner is tested under maximum stress. And what happened next left everyone speechless. The ultimate legacy of Jos Cools is not in the trophies he holds, but in the truth he exposed. He is the quiet man who built the fastest genetic blueprint on the planet. He proved that rigorous, relentless selection in the hardest competitive environment possible is the only route to creating world-class prepotency. He showed us that the tiny, small team loft can beat the industrial titans. But he also revealed a terrifying truth for every champion, regardless of the sport: when you create a legacy this powerful, this dominant, you inevitably make yourself a target. The cost of owning the world's best is that your security must always be as ruthless as your selection. Jos Cools' story is a testament to quality, and a brutal warning about its inherent vulnerability. If you enjoyed this deep dive into the world of racing pigeons, hit that like button, subscribe to Pigeon Auction for more stories, auctions, and tips on building your own champion loft. Drop a comment below, what's your favorite racing pigeon bloodline? See you in the next video.